Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. This is our group assignment for subject BTMT 1023 Fundamentals of Managerial Economics that supervised by Dr. Atira. We are from group 4 that consists of Mahirah binti Abdul Rashid, Chong Shou Chen, Muhammad Muhyiddin bin Hashim, Aisyah Fikah binti Zulkifli, Nurliana binti Abdul Halim, Nur Afifah binti Ramli, Pembicara anak perempuan MS Rajendran, Erin Nur Izzati Ilarah binti Ruslan, and Vivian Chai Meyin.
The title of group assignment is Perfect Competition is a market structure where all firms sell an identical product. A price takers and market share has no influence on price. Disclaimer: this video is prepared only for education purpose.
Did you know what is perfect competition as a market structure? Perfect competition is a market where is a large number of buyers and sellers, buying and selling identical products. Perfect competition also without any restriction and entry and exit. They also having perfect knowledge of the market at the same time. For examples of a products in a perfect competition market are agricultural goods, such as vegetables, fruits, and others. A firm is the business organization which owns and operates plants to produce goods and services. An industry is defined as a group of firms producing similar products or selling output in the same market. Thus, many firms make up an industry such as food industry or electronic. Now, let's take a look at how price and quantity are determined in perfect competition. In a perfectly competitive market, prices are determined through interaction between total demand and total supply in the market. Firms only receive the price that is determined and thus set the quantity of production or output to be produced in order to maximize profits. The total of revenue of a firm in a perfectly competitive market is the product of price and quantity. The average revenue is calculated by dividing the change in total revenue by change in quantity.
Next is demand curve for industry and firms in a perfectly competition. In a figure 1 shows that demand curve are represented by DT while supply curve are represented by SS. Firstly, when curve DT intersects curve SS at point E, the price and production in the industry are P and Q respectively. All the firms in the industry will accept the market price of P that was set by the industry and sell a quantity of their choice. Consumer will purchase the goods from the firms at the price of P. Therefore, the DD curve for firms in perfectly competitive market is horizontal and parallel to the Q-axis. That shows depicted by curve BD in figure above, B firms. Last but not least, a perfectly elastic DD curve means that at the set price of P, the firm must determine the level of production that will result in maximum profit. Lastly, since the firm is a price taker, meaning that it changes the same price across all the quantities of outputs, MR is always equal to price and AR will always be equal to price. Thus, the DT curve intersects the price axis and is horizontal, perfectly elastic.
Now, I would like to explain what is standardized product. A standardized product is a product that, regardless of what company furnishes the good, consumers regard the product furnished by all the companies as identical. Most commodities are standardized products. Standardized products are perfect substitutes. For example, of standardized products include agricultural products such as grains and milk. Most mine minerals and fish. A buyer of wheat cannot tell who produced the bushels of wheat. Furthermore, the buyer does not care because the grains are identical. If several lobsters are placed in a tank, a buyer could not tell which lobster was caught by a given fisherman, nor would the buyer care. A buyer cares about the size and health of the lobster, not who provided it. The industry output is a standardized product. Perfect competition can only occur when consumers perceive the products of all producers to be equivalent. Therefore, it can only occur when the industry output is a commodity, otherwise known as a standardized product. Since standardized products are homogeneous, a single producer cannot increase the price of their goods or service without losing all sales to the competition. It implies that price talking first favors perfect price elasticity of demand.
Here the two examples for perfectly competition. First is the Pepsi company, second is the Coca-Cola company. There are sell similar product, which is a Coca-Cola drinks. In generally, they are directly competitors in early 20th century.
Next is summary. And in conclusion, clearly there are the detailed explanation about perfect competition and characteristic of perfect competition as a market structure where perfectly competition market is a market structure consisting of many firms which do not have control over market price and advertising is not necessary. Last but not least, the main characteristic of perfect competition is the large number of buyer and seller in market, homogeneous, perfect knowledge of market condition, and freedom to enter or leave the industry. And lastly, in a perfectly competitive market, the price are determined through interaction between total demand and total supply in the market. Firms only reaches the price that is determined and thus set the quantity of production or output to be produced in order to maximize profits. Standard product is a product that consumers see as identical regardless of a producer. There are the roles of each member as are shown by this table. The resources that we got is from internet and book. That's all from our group. Thank you.